stories, America. I just want to think about the time that I left college and I had an agent and it just didn't work out for me. He just didn't work for me. If I didn't get drafted, that was his intention. If he get drafted, I'll work him and handle him and service him. If he doesn't, I'll sit on my ass and won't do anything. And that's what prompted me to get into the sports business. I wanted to help young men that were in my situation that didn't have the right representation. And that's where it started. And it all started with my buddy Mark Duckins, who was a year younger than me, who went on to the NFL. I called him up and said, hey, who's your agent? We got one of our colleagues, Mark Rucker, came to me. That's what I make the call to Big Duckins to see who his agent was, to see if we could make a deal happen. Now I put that deal together, and that was the first player that ever came through me in recruiting. After that, I said I want to do this. The USFL closed down, Memphis Showboat. So my deal was the USFL. The door shut down. I said, you know what? I got a degree. It's time to move on in life. Don't chase balloons. So Mark Duckins introduced me to his agent. I don't even want to care to mention this guy's name because he's a snake. He's a snake, one of the biggest snakes. And I had to learn the hard way as a young man that people would misuse you and play you like a piano for everything that you have. And it's just that simple. And I was naive coming into the business world with not having the experience of knowing that the sharks that will bite your tail, will bite your wing off, just bite your fin off. Just that simple. Take a chunk out of you, impair you forever. And so I went on to take a corporate job with a company called Navistar Financial. Relocated me from Kansas to Texas. At that point, I had a huge territory which represented the state of Texas, West Texas, Baylor, Texas Tech, TCU, all these awesome schools. So when I was handling my business for Navistar Financial as a financial sales rep, I did my work by day in football practices, going to games and practices at night, and recruiting players, using their funds and everything that they allowed me to have. I used it to defray my expenses. So I had zero expenses. Okay, I had zero expenses. So I started getting relationships with players, and they got to know my name, and that's where it all started. So the first year I just moved to Texas. I said I'm going to get familiar with Fort Worth, Texas. So I started going over Fort Worth, just driving around. I seen a big old kid running. I wasn't sure if he played ball or not, so I put him over and introduced myself. He said, well, I'm projected to be a first-round nose pick. My name is Mitchell Big Daddy Benson. I said, stop lying, dude. Come on, man. He said, seriously. I said, so I take your number, and he gave me his number. We swapped numbers. He said, call my mom. My mom telling everything, Mrs. Benson. And so I rushed to the Kroger store, to the football station, and found the Campbell Football Magazine. And lo and behold, Mitchell Big Daddy Benson, 6'3", 300 pounds, 6'5", 300 pounds, nose tackle, projected to be a first-round pick. I said, oh my God, I hit a gold mine. Called up this snake agent that I was representing and told him we got a big one. Well, long story short, Mitchell signed on with this guy. So did Stanley Petrie, fourth-round pick. Then Byron Sanders signed on out of Northwestern, the first 1,000 rusher in the history of running backs out of Northwestern. Byron Sanders, that's right. Barry was still running. He's a year younger than Byron, so he was still running at Oklahoma State. Byron signed on board. Boom. And then things just started happening. And all of a sudden, Barry started running for the Heisman. 300 yards, 300 yards, 300 yards. So I told Barry, run for daylight. 300 yards, 300 yards. I said, oh my God, I want to make sure you understand that all these years your father's been working on roofs, and you guys been poor, you're trying to feed the family, making peanuts. Here's the opportunity for you to maybe shoot for the goal, run for daylight. Well, don't take any money from any agents. All of a sudden they coming out of the blue and offer you money. Hell, they ain't been offering you no money before, right? Don't fall into that trap. So he understood that. I respect him that much. Barry Sanders is an awesome individual. I'm not upset with him. I appreciate him giving the opportunity to just let me allow to be a piece of his life. Now, it came down, we set a meeting up his junior year. We had dinner. He paid for his own dinner. He listened to me in Lamont. Well, I won't say his name, the snake agent. He listened to to what we had to present to him. And he just said, let's see how you treat Byron. Well, he won the Heisman. So I go back down to Oklahoma State, and I meet with him, and I say, you know, hey, here's the deal. He wanted to take a ride to the park in his car. We hop in his old blue raggedy car, Barry. You remember the car that you drove all up until the time you got the Acura, which was a sponsored deal. Okay, this is a true, real conversation. This is a real story. I don't care what anybody says. And anybody that goes against me, you're gonna have a problem with me. And I'm telling you right now, you're gonna have a problem with me. I'm gonna come to your face, and I'm gonna, like the Bible says, I'm gonna check you. So don't play. All right, and this is how the story goes. All right, so Barry goes to the park, and we talk. So we're coming back. I say, Barry, this is what you call a window of opportunity. Right now, you guys have been sanctioned by the NCAA. You have no TV next year. You're on probation. They will only hear about the Heisman Trophy winner on TV, on radio. They will get no TV time. Therefore, you will lose that visual blessing that you have on the table. Some other kid come back and can win it, and you blow your knee up. That window of opportunity shuts. All those millions that you had the opportunity to snatch is gone. Your father's back on the roof. You're poor. Byron's poor. Everybody's poor. Okay, that's you back where you were at. Okay, I get a phone call at 11 o'clock at night. It's Barry Sanders apologizing for calling me so late. I said, are you kidding me? The Heisman Trophy's calling me. Winner truck calling me. He was ready to talk. And this is how the story went, America. I don't care. His book doesn't say it. He left it out, and that's fine, because I'm telling my side of the story, and I bet not hear anything different than what I'm saying, because this is the real deal. Okay? We not playing no games, and just to get even serious, if you play with me, this could come back to bite you in your butt. So you need to understand, America, that this is a real situation, a real conversation, a real story. Barry calls me at night. So I said, okay, we'll call you tomorrow. I hang up a call, this snake agent, tell him he's ready to do this deal. This snake agent cut me out the deal. Then I brought Barry to the table. I didn't have a contract because he denied me to have a contract. So he was the devil all along, just didn't know it. So yes, Barry, I didn't know that. I brought the devil to the table. And that's why you left him ultimately. But when you signed the deal, you took two agents. You took David Ware, who you were talking with, and you took Lamont Smith, all because this side of the table, North High, Byron Blunt, Mark Duckins, and your own brother who signed, Byron Sanders, who got drafted. Sanders brothers both got drafted. No one talks about in the same draft. One went first round, okay, the other went 8th, 12th, 10th round, something like that. Chicago Bears, Dickens Buckets cut him for the reason that where we were told they wasn't letting him earn the plays. You know Dick Buckets don't play about it. You cannot run wrong plays with Dick Buckets, okay? Byron was a sensational workout. He worked out harder than Barry Sanders ever would ever touch. They're two different players. Byron Sanders was an awesome running back. Barry just got the call from the good Lord. That's all that is. So this side of the story went down. Yes, I recruited the Sanders boys. Let's not get it twisted. Mitchell Benson, Stanley Petrie came with the package. All right. It was a great year that year. We had a huge year, a learning experience. What it feels like to bring in all those top players, 3rd round, 1st round, 8th round, 4th round picks, and you get screwed by this snake agent. But you know what? He's getting his. Karma is a you know what they say? Karma's a beat. If you ain't got it, you're gonna get it. I promise you. You're gonna get it. All right. Barry Sanders had to give back what, $5 million. That was under Lamont Smith contract. So there you go. There go one. That came from Lamont. So there goes some karma right there. Okay. All right. And karma continues to be as powerful as anything I've ever seen in America. So I went on to have a great year that year. After I told my buddy what Lamont, the snake, did, he left and went with some agents out of New York, Farrell Elliott and Ron Gross. They took me in, gave me a contract, and the rest is history. And I went on to form my own agency, and the rest is history, America. So the NFLPA, the arbitration was a bunch of crap. You guys know y'all railroaded me for no reason. My background is impeccable. I am who I am. I'm still in the game. We're still growing. We got tremendous people coming up the roots. I'm still in here. Thank you for taking the time to see my YouTube, Bo Blunt. Subscribe, please. Pass the word. I'm back. I'm looking to do great things. www.bigsportsentertainment.com. www.bigsportsentertainment.com. Then back to relaxing. And I'm sitting on the mountain right now.
It's absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. Looking down at the mountain. I'm on the mountaintop. You guys give me VIP. I get VIP
everywhere I go. Thank you, Mike, Richie. I love you. And everybody supporting me. Joe King, I love you.